Hi, I'm Kansas City Mayor Quentin Lucas, and I want to say thank you for supporting the National World War I Museum. This weekend, we commemorate the sacrifice of so many who've given it all for our country, whether it be in World War I or more recently in Operation Iraqi Freedom. We know that there are many who each day put their lives on the line for our freedoms. Now, most years we would have the opportunity to commemorate their sacrifice together, but instead we're distanced physically, but not in our devotion to this cause. Our devotion to sharing our history, sharing the history of how great our country has been, primarily because of the people who've decided to give it all. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for your work to help us flatten the curve in our country, but more than anything, thank you for sharing the message about the World War I Museum and our efforts each day to make for a more peaceful world and society. Now it's my privilege to introduce Dr. Matthew Naylor of the National World War I Museum. God bless you all, and God bless our great city.
Welcome and thank you for joining us today. 100 years ago, the world had come undone, torn asunder by the ravages of war, and as the guns were silenced, it was confronted by a new threat, heard only in the illness of women, children, and men, and in the grief of families of the dead. Perhaps as many as 100 million died from the flu of 1918-1919, including more than 600,000 Americans, 10 times more than were killed from war injuries. On this Memorial Day, our world is once again being reordered. Because of that, we commemorate the war dead from our homes, separated from community large gatherings and ceremonies out of care for each other. Once again, 100 years later, we feel the impact of service, courage, and valor. We must do this work of remembering today, and I thank you for joining us. Our auditorium is empty and the courtyard vacant, but we gather even so. Thank you for ensuring that the service of others is being commemorated. Our ceremony will differ from past years. Due to the changed format, we will hear from a number of speakers with brief testimony and comments, music from Cassie Joy, and moving ceremonial tributes. Momentarily, we will participate in a number of ceremonial activities. The POW-MIA cover will be placed by Colonel Glasgow. Flags will be presented by a color guard from the Kansas City, Missouri Police Honor Guard. The national anthem will be sung by Dr. Cameron Smith, St. Luke's Internal Medicine Medical Education Clinic. The wreath will be placed by Elaine Cook, Vice Chair of the National World War I Museum and Memorial Board of Directors.
God so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
About face. Colors post. About face. Right face. Forward march.
Congressman Emmanuel Cleaver has been a member of the Museum and Memorial's Board of Director for many years, a tireless supporter of the museum's work and advocate for veterans. I'm pleased to introduce Congressman Emmanuel Cleaver.
Decoration Day, now Memorial Day, began with grieving families decorating the graves of their Civil War soldiers. It was not long until that act of love was extended to the graves of enemy soldiers. It seems as if death erases the lines of war and hatred, leaving only broken hearts of families and friends. Memorial Day is not about division. It is about reconciliation. It is about honoring those who gave their all. Memorial Day this year looks and feels a little different. Many are experiencing a quietness and isolation that can be really, really hard. Families that have lost loved ones often find themselves experiencing a similar stillness with the pain of losing someone. To the families of those who lost their loved ones due to war, I extend my sincere sorrow for your sacrifice, and I pray that your memories will bring you peace. Additionally, I pray that those who have perished from this vulgar virus will attract the attention of the divine so that they will know that the great God Almighty is looking down with pity and mercy on them and will join them at the very point of their need. Memorial Day allows Americans to take time to remember and honor all those who have answered the call to serve and all who have made the ultimate sacrifice. The debt owed to them is immeasurable. May God bless our great nation and all who have served and all who will serve.
A supporter of the Museum and Memorial for a number of years, I'm happy to welcome back Cassie Joy today. She is a Nashville-based recording artist who gained fame with her long run on NBC's The Voice as a Singing Today traveling soldier.
Two days past 18, he was waiting for the bus in his army green. Sat down in a booth at a cafe there, gave his order to a girl with a bow in her hair. He's a little shy, so she gave him a smile. He said, would he mind sitting down for a while and talking to me? I'm feeling a little low. She said, I'm off in an hour and I know where we can go. So they went down and they sat on the pier. He said, I bet you got a boyfriend, but I don't care. I got no one to send a letter to. Would you mind if I sent one back here to you? I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy too young for him. They told her, waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again, never more to be alone. When the letter said, soldiers coming home. So the letters came from an army camp in California, then Vietnam. And he told her of his heart, it might be love, and all the things he was so scared of. He said, when it's getting kinda rough over here, I think of that day sitting down at the pier, and I close my eyes and see your pretty smile. Don't worry, but I won't be able to ride for a while. I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy too young for him. They told her, waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again, never more to be alone. When the letter said, soldiers coming home. One Friday night at a football game, the Lord's Prayer said and the anthem sang, and a man said, folks, will you bow your heads for a list of local Vietnam dead? Crying all alone under the stands was a piccolo player in a marching band, and one named Red. Nobody really cared, but a pretty little girl with a bow in her hair. I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy too young for him. They told her, waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again, never more to be alone. When the letter said, soldiers coming, I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy too young for him. They told her, waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again, never more to be alone. When the letter said, soldiers coming home. Soldiers coming home.
In the aftermath of the Great War and during the pandemic of 1918 and 1919 that swept across the world, the people of the United States acted together around missions of common purpose. Here in Kansas City, the people had a vision of a memorial that would honor the war dead and create a tribute to peace. Even while the economy of the nation was shifting from a war footing to a peacetime economy, and as the pandemic took its toll, despite all of this, plans were being drawn for something new. With imagination and courage, people acted. And so today we have that opportunity to stand together and act with courage and purpose, to lift each other up, to honor the best American ideals, to gather around missions of common purpose, and to be formed by those values found atop the memorial: honor, courage, patriotism, and sacrifice. We do this work of honoring the war dead to remember their sacrifice and courage, and to acknowledge war's folly, to remember and to learn. So on this Memorial Day, let us be formed by the example of lives given for others, and take hope in history that demonstrates that the common good can be found even when the future seems unsure. Etched in the great frieze at the National World War I Memorial are these words: "These have dared bear the torches of sacrifice and service. Their bodies return to dust, but their work liveth for evermore. Let us strive on to do all which may achieve and cherish a just and lasting peace among ourselves and with all nations." For our final comments, and to close this ceremony, I'm pleased to introduce a number of voices to share brief testimony. Following, Steve Walker will play taps as we pay tribute to the men and women whose lives were lost in service. We are honored to have you join us this Memorial Day.
Very honored to be with you on Memorial Day. It's such a profound and important day to the armed forces and the country. Our freedom was guaranteed by the millions of soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marine, and Coast Guardsmen that stepped forward, willing to sacrifice their lives to keep this country free.
We have lots of young men and women who serve our nation today, and their mothers and fathers, their sons and daughters. They have children of their own. And what a tremendous sacrifice, what a reminder it is that throughout our history, from the beginning of our country to today, we have people who are willing to step forward and put themselves behind others to care and treat and respect the country they serve, our nation. And so I would express on behalf of all Kansans, on behalf of all Americans, a gratitude that we know that they deserve from us.
Memorial Day to me is a day where we can really just take a step back from our everyday hubbub and really just honor those servicemen and women who lost their lives and sacrificed so much for us to keep living this incredible life that we get to live as Americans.
On this Memorial Day, I just want to say thank you so much to all of our service members, the people who are serving now, those who have retired. I know that you have given so much to our country, and you have made it possible for so many of us to live the kind of lives that we get the chance to live here in the United States. And I just want to express my gratitude for you and to your families for the sacrifices that I know that they make as well.
It's important to celebrate Memorial Day because we've been given an opportunity to live a life we've wanted. It's not easy, and there was a lot of struggle, but we came out on top, and we fought through the tough times, and we're able to live a life full of joy and happiness. I want to thank you all for what you've done and what you continue to do to this day. We fight together and we stand strong together.